Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. And first of all, I apologise for not doing any readings yesterday, Sunday. There was a glitch on YouTube and it affected me quite badly on Saturday. So I decided to take a day off and let the technicians at Google fix the glitch, which hopefully they've done. And so here I am back again. And second of all, you can see that I already have the cards on the tarot table. And that is because I started the reading and then was interrupted by the gas man calling me. And let me tell you, as Fluffy starts to scratch, the gas man is the most important man in my life right now. I'm switching over from electricity to gas in my kitchen, and he told me that they are the highest paid people in the country at the moment. So we have had the gas man here inspecting, and soon I'll be cooking with gas. And so I have to start the reading again, and I'm using the After Tarot for this reading. There it is again. And the After Tarot is my relationship tarot deck, and often looking at relationships in hindsight. And the relationship that we are looking at today is a rather unfortunate story, one that I have rather been dreading looking at, and that is the story of Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, and Penny Knatchbull, the Countess Mountbatten of Burma. Well, she is Countess Mountbatten of Burma. And they go back a long time. She's very connected to the royal family. Her husband, I think his grandfather was Lord Mountbatten. Prince Charles, I think, was the best man, the then Prince Charles, at their wedding way back when. And she was the only, again, I think, non-member of the British royal family to be at Prince Philip's funeral. She was there again at the late Queen's funeral last month. Very, very connected to the royal family. She's a very beautiful woman, very elegant. Prince Philip, of course, very close to her. They bonded when her 5-year-old daughter, died of kidney cancer. And she spent a lot of time with him at Wood Farm. He taught her carriage driving. He taught her how to ride a motorbike. And so very close. And now Netflix, apparently, according to The Sun, is going where no one else has dared to go. And they are exploring their relationship in terms of an affair. So, reminder, this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes, or just my opinion, or just speculation. There is a disclaimer in the box below. I'm using the After Tarot. I've got a little 5-card reading. I want to know the nature of their relationship. I want to know how the Queen felt about it. I want to know how the royals feel right now, hearing that this is going to be dissected on The Crown, in the latest season of The Crown, which is going to stream in November. They've already got lots of dread. Charles and Camilla's relationship is going to be explored, and so now also apparently Prince Philip and Penny Knatchbull, Countess Mountbatten of Burma. So all a bit tawdry, all a bit unfortunate for the royal family. And then the final question I have for this reading is how the public is going to react to this. And the underlying energy that came out, very interesting for me, and you'll have to trust me that this is what truly happened, is the King of Swords, and it came out in reverse, and that is the Prince Philip card, the Gemini man, the air sign man, and he's come out in reverse as the underlying energy of this reading because his reputation is going to be somewhat battered by this season of The Crown. And so there he came out in the reverse, and I was then told, look at the next card down, and the World came out, and that's public, of course, very publicly. The whole world is going to hear about it. It's, of course, The Crown is streamed all over the place, and so it's public reputational harm for somebody who is no longer around to defend himself. She, of course, is very much still around. I'm not looking at how she's feeling in this reading. I don't want to go there yet. I just am taking the temperature with these cards and seeing what is really going on. So I've caught up with myself now. I want to look at the situation, a signifier for the situation. Wow. And we get another Gemini card, the Lovers in reverse. So that is the situation. That is the Gemini, and I don't know what sign she is. I didn't think to look, actually. But it's the Gemini card in reverse, the big Gemini card, the major arcana Gemini card. He showed up twice. This is really, big stuff. This is a big deal, and this relationship was a big deal. In reverse, I am taking that to mean not a breakup. The Lovers in Reverse often is a breakup card. Clandestine. Often when I do these royal readings, I read reversals as shadow energy, as reputational harm, as secrets. And it's telling me this was a big deal, or this is going to be a big deal. This is going to be a big deal. This is officially taking that can of sardines and pulling that little ring, that little metal ring, pulling it open. Okay, so what was the nature of their relationship? According to the cards, well, I'm very glad that this card has come out where it has the Four of Wands in reverse, because it tells me that they bonded over their mutual unhappiness. And I don't mean, that they agonized together as Harry and Meghan have bonded over their mutual unhappiness. I think it's Caroline Myss who talks about fourth chakra relationships, woundology she calls it, people who bond over their fourth chakras and their wounds, their emotional wounds. That's not it. Unhappy homes, difficult home situations, that's the Four of Wands. I gather, I'm speculating, but from snooping around a bit, that her marriage wasn't necessarily the happiest, or isn't necessarily the happiest. And he, of course, difficult times, we know that without having to watch Netflix. And of course, all marriages, all committed relationships go through difficult times. And of course, pressure cooker. Very much the Queen sacrificed a lot of her family life to connect, to serve the country, to serve the Commonwealth. That was a vow she made when she was crowned. So her family often took a back seat to her duties, her state duties. And so this is something that they possibly connected over. And of course, they connected over the loss of her daughter. A very, very tragic loss, a 5-year-old daughter. So this isn't a romantic card. This is an unhappy at home card. That they both had things that they weren't necessarily, their needs weren't being met at home. And I'm not talking about sexual needs. I'm talking about home just not being necessarily a supportive place. And I'm not criticizing anyone involved in this situation. All got duties to do, all got difficulties going on in their lives. And so that is what connected them. So how did the Queen feel about this? Very upset about it, very hurt. 10 of Cups in reverse. Very, very upset about it, that he went somewhere else to confide and to get support and comfort. Who knows the level of it? I don't really want to dig around. We've got enough on our plates with the Lovers in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse here, and the Four of Wands in reverse. There definitely was a very strong connection that was motivated by mutual unhappiness at home. And the Queen, from her point of view, was extremely upset about it. You don't get more upset than the 10 of Cups in reverse. This for her was somebody going away from the home fires, from the place that was where he should be comforted and he should fit in and he should be loyal, and going away to somewhere else. So it hurt her. It did hurt her. This is a very uncomfortable reading to do, because they all were in pain, all of them. And again, as I say, through no fault of their own. So how does the royal family feel now about the story being dissected on the crown? Royal family, I mean Prince Charles mainly, and Prince William, and Princess Anne, and all the rest of them. The Hermit in reverse is something that you would like to go away. The Hermit upright, you go away, you go into quiet and retreat and solitude, coming back into circulation. That you would rather not, basically. It's turning up like a bad penny. Sorry for the awful pun. But it is, oh no. It's major arcana. We're getting big cards in this reading. This is, oh no, something we wish was out of sight, out of mind, out of public knowledge, it is now going to be exposed. And we know it's going to be exposed because of this world card. It's the whole world is going to be talking about this, already talking about it, going to be talking about it a lot. I feel very bad for her to be caught in all of this. But how's the public going to react to this? Are they going to be shocked and horrified? And is it going to affect their view of Prince Philip? Or are they going to be, well, private business, leave it alone? How are they going to react? That's a very, very positive card, the Sun. Very positive card. And for me, the Sun is publicity. The Sun is shining a light on something. Okay, I just have to say that we already know that because we've got the world. We know we're going to be talking about something, a cycle, a saga that is now finished because, of course, the late Duke of Edinburgh is no more, so the relationship is over. But the Sun upright, very, very positive. I think that people are going to say, well, so what? You want to shine a light on it, you want to broadcast it, you want to make noise about it. We're going to look at it and we're going to say, well, actually it was positive. Or we're going to view it in a positive way. I imagine, I'm speculating, and I've got to tread carefully, but I imagine that they're not going to get too graphic, because if they get too graphic, I should imagine that there will be a lawsuit involving Penny Knatchbull and her husband and the Crown. So they've got to tread carefully. I think people are going to say, well, this was actually a positive thing in his life. It was a blessing in his life. She was a very positive influence in his life, and he was a positive influence in her life, and leave them alone. They had their unhappiness that they bonded over. Yes. It hurt the Queen. It hurt her very much. But this is the most positive card you can get in the tarot, the Sun. If there was going to be scandal and outrage and horror, completely, it would be the Tower, it would be death, it would be a nasty card, 10 of Swords. The universe has got plenty of cards it could have put there for me to say, oh my goodness, people are going to completely change their view of the late Duke of Edinburgh and think, you know, what a work piece of whatever he was. They're not going to. This could, if anything, enhance his reputation because of that Sun card, and I'm very relieved to see that. I was in two minds about whether to upload this reading. Very Gemini position to be in two minds about something, but I am going to upload it. It tells its story. It tells its story that his reputation is on the line with this. It tells the story that there was something big between them, a very, very powerful connection. I almost want to say soulmates, even more than that. I want to say twin flames, that they connected at that sort of cosmic level, the two of them. They recognized each other instantly when they met at that level. And when people connect like that, it's very often not a romantic relationship or a sexual relationship. It's very often connecting at a much higher level than that. And any of you out there watching who have been in a relationship like that know exactly what I am talking about. And that, I think, is what hurt the Queen the most. The infidelity, I think she could have handled. I'm speculating, and there allegedly was quite a lot of that. But it's the emotional connection. It's the fact that they were twin souls. They were more than any other relationship, even if they never acted on it. They were special and unique. And it was recognized in the royal family that this was a bond that was unbreakable only by death, by the end of this cycle. That's why we have the world card here as well. His death, his passing, and that's also why he is in reverse. That is what ended this connection. Nothing else really could. And so for her, very, very, very difficult situation to be in. That is the reading. Apologies again for the gas man interrupting it. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.